Hello my friends, Jarchomp Collectibles here. We are going to go over every single card, both ungraded and graded, that we're going to be bringing to Card Party this weekend in Seattle. We're really excited to go to the show. We've got probably our best inventory ever. We've got cards from $15 all the way up to $10,000 and more. So excited to show you. Let's get right into the review of the inventory. We're going to start off with the Ultra Modern EXs from Scarlet and Violet. And we're going to kick it off with a bang. We got Team Rocket's Mewtwo, a card that has been absolutely exploding in price lately. And you'll see that we have duplicates of a lot of these cards, so we're just going to review them all together as we kind of talk about what's been going on in the Jarchomp world lately. This weekend will be the first show of 4 straight weekends where we're going to be traveling different parts of the country to see you guys. And we got Card Party obviously here, and it's going to be in Seattle, which we're really pumped for. And then the weekend after that, we're flying to Chicago, Illinois. And I'm pretty sure that's my first time to Chicago. Definitely as an adult. I might have gone as like a young kid. I know that we had some family friends that lived out there for many years. We might have visited them when I was a young kid, but not anything that I really remember. So our first time to Chicago. And if you have recommendations for great places to eat or things to do while we're in Chicago, definitely leave a comment below, because we're intentionally flying in, I think at least a day, maybe 2 days early, so that we can check out the city. We're excited for that. And we're bringing Fran. Shout out Fran. Excited to have her there. So we got Card Party, and then we got Collecticon Chicago. And then we are headed to a local show here in Utah, in Salt Lake City area. Wow, lots of Venusaurs. How many more of these do I have? Okay, just one more. So local show here in Salt Lake City, and we always like to do local shows if we are in town, because, you know, that's where we started. We started doing shows. My first ever show was a small local collectibles card show at the mall here in like the Orem area in Utah. And that was August or September of 2023. And so we have a lot of people around here that we know, we like to do deals with, and a lot of people that have become vendors since we started going to these shows, and so we can socialize with them, see how they're doing, and that's always cool. So that's that third weekend of October. Then fourth weekend of October, we are headed back to Houston Collecticon. And for those of you who remember, we had a little bit of travel trouble on our way to Houston last time. It was kind of tough. I'm pretty sure that we flew out, I think, on like the last flight that was to leave Salt Lake City, and we had a planned layover in Denver, and that was going to still put us in Houston somewhere around like 10 p.m. or something like that, so we would have just enough time to check into the hotel and get some sleep before waking up and heading to the convention center in the morning. But it did not happen like that. We flew to Denver. No, we got to the terminal in Salt Lake City, and there was a delay. I think it was like a weather thing, like they didn't want any planes to be landing in Denver that evening or something like that. And so they delayed us and had us sit basically in the terminal for a couple extra hours, which means that we missed our connecting flight into Houston. which meant that the only option for us to get to Houston would be to take a flight the next day. And so we get to Denver. There's no flights out to Houston that night that we could make. And so we just had to stay over at the terminal. And that was terrible because we wanted to be on the first flight out of town, and that was at like 6 a.m. or something like that. And so by the time we got there, it didn't even make sense to like try to go get a hotel. So that was horrible. So this time we've booked a direct flight. So we're flying direct from Salt Lake City to Houston at the end of the month, and that's going to be great. And then we have, I think, 1 weekend off after that, and then we're already going to be back in, I'm pretty sure that either first or second weekend of November, we're going to be headed to the Las Vegas Front Row Card Show, which we love. And we're a little sad because it's the same weekend as the Dallas Fort Worth Collecticon, and we do love that show. As you guys may know, Frannie and I lived in Dallas for a little while back in 2019 and 2020, and so we love that area. But it's just hard to pass up the convenience of just driving a couple hours and being in Vegas, and then, you know, that's a show we've been doing for years now, so I feel very comfortable being there. So here we got some of the Japanese modern EXs, and we take these in from time to time. And for any of these cards, they're going to be all available at Card Party, and we have 2 tables at Card Party, which is simply not enough room to display all of these cards, obviously. So if you see one of these cards, or multiple, that you're hoping to pick up, but then you don't see it at our table, then make sure you ask us about it, because we should have it in our case behind the table. We can get it for you. We got 2 of these Charizards from Paldean Fates. We got a whole stack of these Hydreigons. How many we got here? Yeah, this is an entire stack of Hydreigons from Surging Sparks. Definitely don't need any more of those right now. Golden Pika. Christmas Tree. 2 of those. And then this is the last stack of our Scarlet and Violet SIRs. So we've got Golden Garchomp. This is a cool card, the Yon Mega. Speaking of Mega, we had so much fun the last few streams opening up the new set. If you guys have been opening up the new set, let me know in the comment section below if you've pulled any of your chase cards. So far, we've opened 9 boxes, and we've pulled, I think, 5 SIRs. We've pulled the Lieutenant Surge, and we pulled the Lucario, and the Latias, Kangaskhan, and Absol. So lots of really cool pulls, along with obviously tons of full arts and illustration rares, and just lots of really good stuff. The pull rates are really solid on those boxes. Yes, the price is high, but at least the pull rates are good. So if you open a box, you should get some goodies out of it. So far, it seems like we're getting like 1 SIR like every other box or so, maybe like 3 per case of booster boxes. How many of these Obsidian Zars? Okay, just 1 here. So we got 2 Pheasantippides. We got some more Kingdra promos, 2 of them. We should have a bunch of these Greninja promos, 4, 5, 6 or so of them. Some more Obsidian Charizards. Yeah, so as you can see, we got duplicates of a lot of these Scarlet and Violet Chase cards. So that is all of the SV special illustration rares. Next, we're going to go into the illustration rares. And the way that we organize illustration rares in our case include some of the like art rares from previous generations. So there's some sets like from Sun and Moon or X and Y promos, or even a couple in Sword and Shield that are similarly designed, where they have kind of a border, but then they're non-textured but have full artwork on the card. And so they all kind of make it into this same section of cards, and that's how we organize our cases so we know where things are. So we got 4 Magikarps from Paldea. We've got a couple of Psyducks. What's this? Here is Pokémon Center Eevee from the Prismatic box. We got 1, 2 Latios from Surging. This is such a great card. Underrated in my estimation. Here is Chinese Sylveon from the Gem Pack. Kirlia and Pikachu. We got a Slowpoke here. And this is SV Base. What a great card. And we got Articuno, Wailord from Journey. Oh, a couple of Wailords. How many more? 1, 2 more Wailords. We got a Steelix, and this one's from Paradox Rift. Great card. Steelix has been getting some love lately. You get the Illustration Rare in Paradox, and you also get the new one in the Mega Set. We got 1, 2, 3 Charmander promos from Obsidian Flames ETBs. And here is Articuno. We got Dragonite. This one's from Roaring Skies, I believe. We got Metagross, 2, and then Emboar from the new, this is White Flare, and Zekrom. Oh, look at this, guys. So this is what I'm talking about. You got the X and Y, like, kind of mythical promos here. So cool. We got Palkia in the background like that. Such a great card. So those. And then we got another stack going on here. We got the Black Kyurem. We got 2 of these English Victinis. So we decided to put them in this section because they're technically not an EX card. Those are beautiful. And they got 1, 2, we got a whole stack of, we got 5 Charmanders from 151. So we're loaded up with those. We got only 1 Charmeleon. So if you need Charmeleon, better get to the table early. 1, 2, 3 here of these Illustration Rare Mewtwo's. Look at this card. This card has gone so... It's just been flying in price. This Pikachu from 151. We got 3 copies of it here. We got 1, 2, 3 Wartortles. And we've got 1 Bulba. Here's an Ivysaur. Shout out to Bulbasaur. Excited to see them in Card Party. We're going to be bending right next to them, so it should be a good time. Here's 1, 2 more Ivies. And we got one of these Paldea Evolved Pikachu promos, but the Pokemon Center edition. This is a pricey card. We also have this in a PSA 10 we'll show you guys later, if you guys like those Pokemon Center cards. 2 Paradox Rift Groudons. Great card. We got 1 Pokemon Center Snorlax, looking quite sleepy. 2 Pokemon Center Charmanders from Obsidian Flames again. And then 1, 2 of the Magneton from Surging. Again, Pokemon Center stamp. Now some Destined Rivals. We got some Ethan's Typhlosion. We got 2 of the Misty's Lapras. Such a great card. I got that one in my God Binder. We got a Rocket's Meowth. And we've got one of these regular Eevee promos. This is a Japanese exclusive Hoopa. We got Umbreon from the Gem Pack, Chinese. Great card. We got a couple more of these gold Houndooms. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them here. And then some from the Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. Flareon, Eevee, and this is from X and Y Darkrai promo. And then the last stack of these illustration rares kicks off with another copy of the Darkrai. Oh, another 2. So 2 Darkrai's. So I think we have 3 in total. So if you need Darkrai, come pick it up. White Kyurem. We got a couple of Sleepy Mews from Crown Zenith. Crown Zenith has been going up in value quite a bit lately. 2 Sleepy Pikachus from Lost Origin. 2 Secret Rare Crown Zenith Pikas. And 2 Leaf Pikachus from the Crown Zenith, that 9-card art set. Here's a Samurott from White Flare. 1, 2, 3 Stellar Crown Bulbasaurs. Shout out Stellar Crown. We got Raichu from Paldea. Gengar, and this is Piplup from Cosmic. Oh, here's some more good ones. X and Y, we got Manaphy. 1, 2 Latios. This is such a great card. So many good things going on in the background, flying over the mountains. Another one of those big Zekrom promos with Palkia. Oh, a second one. So we have 3 copies of that if you guys need that card. So cool. And then 1, 2 of these Palkias from that same generation, the mythical cards. So there's those. Next, we're going to go into Sword and Shield VMAX and V Alt Arts, and I think some full arts in here. We'll start with the VMAX / V Star, how about? And before we get too deep into these, let's take a quick drink. All right. So, we'll cut these in half so you can see them. Blaziken VMAX. Chilling Rain. We got 1, 2 of these Glaceon V-Stars. Ground Zen. So if you guys are collecting some of these modern cards, let me know in the comment section what you think about, you know, what the values have done lately. If you think it's warranted, if you think they're overvalued. Obviously with the boxes going up in price, it makes sense to me that some of these cards have seen an increase in price, but it is also kind of interesting, like this Rayquaza, for example. I remember earlier this year, maybe late last year, just, you know, selling that card for $5 all day long. You know, it seemed like that was a kind of the accepted market price, but now maybe there's just some excitement over potential like Rayquaza sets that could be coming out in the Mega generation. That would be really exciting to see. Here we got some Charizard VMAXs, Shiny, and some of the Rainbows from Champion's Path. Really great cards. And here's the end of the VMAX V-Stars. So Leafeon. Here's Giratina. This is such a great card. Here's the Venusaur and Blastoise promos from the VMAX promo boxes. Those are cool. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of these promo Charizard VMAXs. So great. Then we've got Jolteon promo. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of these Charizard V-Star promos. So as you can see, we always try to stay nice and stocked on those promos from Sword and Shield. Those Alt-Art promos always sell really well. Mimikyu, Umbreon, and Umbreon, all from the Brilliant Stars Trainer Gallery. So that is all of the VMAX V-Star. Next we go to the V-Alts. Here's Arceus. Here's a card that's been ballooning in price. Here's Mewtwo from Pokemon Go. 1, 2 copies of Arceus Alt Art from Brilliant Stars. 1, 2 copies of Palkia from Astral Radiance. Speaking of Astral Radiance, on I think was it last stream? Yeah, I think it was last stream. We opened up one of those heavy hitters collection boxes with Tyranitar and Lucario on it. And we pulled out a Machamp V Alt Art for one of the people in the stream. It was pretty awesome. Never pulled that card myself, so that was very cool to see. Here's Noivern from Evo Skies. We got some Trainer Gallery, Umbreon, and Sylveon here. Here's Altart, Sylveon, and Glaceon from Evo Skies. And then we got Charizard V promos, 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. So that is, oh, we got a couple more Altart Vs here, my bad. Here's some more. 1, 2 more copies of the Charizard V promo. Then we got these Mews from Fusion Strikes, such a great card. 2 of those. We got 1 Genesect from Fusion. Oh, here's a big one. Tina from Lost Origin, Main Chase, such a great card. We got a Pikachu V from Lost Origin. Here's another Mewtwo. And then here's a big card right now, guys. This is the Umbreon V alternate art from Evolving Skies. Wow. And look at this. 1, 2, 3 copies of this shiny Charizard from Champion's Path. That card's been seeing a lot of love lately. Here's from Chilling Reign. We got the Zapdos. We got 1, 2 copies of the Rapidash V alt. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wow. 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 A whole stack of Suicune Vs, guys. We have, it looks like we have 8 copies. So if you need Suicune V, you know where to see us. And then we got Entei and Raikou, 1 of each. Hoopa from Crown Zenith. And here is Rayquaza V alternate art, Evo Skies, and another Noivern. So that is all Sword and Shield. Let's check out our full art trainers here. Not too many. We got Lycia's Appeal, Hilda, Giovanni, Miriam. We just pulled this on stream. Lily. Here's the Lily from Ultra Prism. This is a big card. We also have this one in PSA 10 if you guys are looking for that. And a couple of the Japanese. Here's Lily's Full Force and Carmine from Twilight. We don't stock too many trainers, but they do sell fast. And then we're going into Sun and Moon, y'all. Here is some of our tag teams and full arts from Sun and Moon, rainbows and such. Charizard breaks in. Reshiram. We got 1, 2 copies of the Mewtwo. Here's the Mewtwo from Shining Legends, such a great card here. Here's the Rainbow Mewtwo from Shining Legends. Another Reshiram here, and then here's the Lugia full art from Lost Thunder. Love that card. 1, 2 copies of Reshiram Zekrom Tag Team. 2 Umbreon GXs from Sun and Moon base. 2 copies of Lucario Malmetal. Those are tin promos. 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Charizard Breaks In. And 2 copies of Celebi Venusaur. We also have this stack here. Espeon Deoxys, 2 English copies. We got 1 Arceus Dialga-Palkia. Here is Greninja Zoroark. Charizard Breaks In. I really do like these rainbows from Sun and Moon, both tag teams and non-tag teams. I think that I prefer their rainbow pattern over the Sword and Shield rainbow pattern. Here's one of the promos. I think this was, where'd this come out? Walmart? The Reshiram Charizard box? I'm forgetting. Espeon Full Art. Just 1 copy here of Reshiram Charizard. So Sun and Moon not too long ago was just like all the rage. Now I know that these tag teams still sell really quickly, just judging by how few we have in stock compared to maybe what we used to have. But the attention is not necessarily all on Sun and Moon right now. What do you guys think about that? You know, things can change so quickly in the Pokemon hobby. Okay, so that was Sun and Moon. The next section is X and Y, and X and Y, it might be the most stacked it's ever been at our table. So we have lots of really good X and Y cards and duplicates of most of them. So here's 1, 2, 3 of the Charizards from Generations collection boxes. Thundurus, Mega Charizard. These are from Evolutions. Here's Mega Gengar, Shiny Japanese. We got a bunch of these Mega Mewtwo's going on. Now, I unfortunately was not really around / active in the hobby when X and Y was coming out. And so I really missed my chance to open a lot of these cards. And obviously so many of them have gone up in value in a huge way since then, especially recently. But I think it's warranted. They're so good. I mean, these Lucarios, I'm sure you've noticed, have gone up in value, especially because, you know, we see the Lucario in the new set. People want to kind of have the old one and the new one. Some Steelix. We got 1, 2, 3 copies of the Mega Charizard from Evolutions. 1, 2, 3, 4 of these Sylveons from Generations. Mega Blasty. Oh, this is a nice one. Mega Titar. Well, we also kind of lump in our black and white cards in here. So we've got the Zekrom and the Reshiram Full Arts. We've got Caesar, Latios, and Metagross promo. And we aren't done yet, guys. We're not even halfway done. We got so much XY. Here's Ampharos, Jolteon promo. We got a whole bunch of these Dragon's Exalted Giratina EXs. If you need Giratinas, we got them. Mega Blasty. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Mega Venusaurs. 1, 2, 3, 4 Gardevoir EXs from Generations. Then we've got Mew EX promo. Oh, here's a big one. Gengar Phantom Forces. This is Tornadus. We got 1, 2 of the Mega Gardevoir. This is a card you don't see very often. This Ho-Oh from Dragon's Exalted. This is a really clean copy too. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 copies of Venusaur promo. 1, 2 Blastoise. 1, 2, 3 Flareon Half Arts. A couple of Pikachus. A couple of Sylveons. And 2 Flareons. So we got a lot of the Generations chase cards. Here's 1 Mega Gyarados, Mega Alakazam, another Charizard promo. This one's a little cheaper, probably just for condition reasons. Here's Breakpoint Ho-Oh, a couple of the Gyarados, Charizard from Flashfire, Ancient Origins Giratina is so great, and then we got a whole bunch of these Dragon's Exalted Mew EXs. If you need Mew, come on by. So that's all X and Y, and a couple of from Black and White, guys. So if you need some of those, come to the table. They always sell really fast. And our last section here for the singles is going to be all of our half art vintage, and then just like some half art modern throughout here, but most of these cards are going to be vintage. I'll move some of these over here. While I'm doing that, let me know in the comment section if you guys like some of these inventory reviews. I know after I do them, I usually get a lot of comments about shows I'm going to be at because you want some of these cards. And then also, do me a favor, like the video, comment, subscribe. I don't frequently ask for that, but we are put on a lot of content, both live streams and otherwise lately, and would love your guys' support. let's check out some of these vintage cards, or half arts. So here's some Celebration Charizards, obviously not vintage, but we got a couple of those. Look at this. First edition, red cheeks, really clean copy Pikachu from base set. You don't see that every day. Reverse Holo Gyarados, Deoxys. Rumble Venusaur. We have a bunch of first edition Shadowless in stock right now. Commons, uncommons, some holos. Like here's a rare Electrode that you need if you're trying to do a master set. Ooh, Legend Lugia card. Pinsir. Yeah, we got a lot of first edition Fossil, Jungle, Holos, Shadowless Alakazam. Look at this, Neo Dark Tyranitar. That's so sweet. Magneton, first edition Shadowless. So yeah, we have so much good vintage going on. Lots of Wizards of the Coast stuff. So if you guys are looking to do some of those master sets for base through Rocket, we've got some of those ones that you might need. Here is another stack, and as usual, guys, like we are, as far as like quantity of cards, we definitely have the bulk of our or I guess our largest section of singles is going to be vintage and half arts, and that is because that's what I really love, and I think that's important. Here's a base set Charizard. I think it's important for vendors to remember that it's really an important part of your business, in my opinion, to curate a collection of things that you're going to bring to the shows that you actually like, because that's how the passion and the interest and all of that can really shine through. And obviously you want to have something for everybody as much as you can, but definitely be bringing some of the things that you like, because people can really tell when you're telling them about a card, and number one, you know what you're talking about, and number two, they can tell that you're just happy to be there because you got the stuff that you enjoy personally. There's some more first edition. There's a starter Wartortle, Pidgeotto first ed. Here's a reverse holo Articuno, base set 2 Charizard. Sorry, I keep covering up the first edition stamp. That's important to see. Ooh, here's a Gold Star Entei. You gotta like that. If you need some Gold Stars, we have a few at the table, both graded and ungraded. Caesar. There's another base set 2 Charizard. We got a lot of Charizards. Here's Magnemite reverse, says the stamp there from Team Rocket Returns. Mr. Mime, Kyurem. Here's first edition Shadowless Charmander, very cool. Ooh, Power Keepers reverse holo Charizard, that's great. And then a whole stack, and I think we got more later on, of Greninja Gold Star promos. First edition Shadowless Ninetales holo, that's great. Look at this. This is a big one. Shining Gyarados first edition, and it is really clean. I got the price back here on the back. Don't want to scare anybody. For Alligator. Here's some more. Yeah, we just got lots and lots of vintage guys. Dark Gyarados. This is first edition Vaporeon. Gengar. Ooh, look at this. Delta Species Reverse Holo Typhlosion from Dragon Frontiers. This is one that I actually never got to own in a PSA 10. Sad. Registeel. Azumarill, Jumpluff. Look at this. Lugia. Look at that swirl right there. Oh yeah. Everybody likes that. Aerodactyl. Oh, Venusaur promo. This card in a PSA 10 is definitely a grail for me. Only I think there's less than 10 in the world. I would really like to own that one day. Articuno, Ninetales, Hypno, Nidoking. Look at that, miscut to death. Entei from Neo. Porygon 2. We've got a good amount of Neo Hollows from kind of an assortment of all different sets. Here's from Discovery. Erica's Dragonair. Look at this. First edition Discovery Tyranitar Hollow. That's great. Typhlosion. Look at that swirl on the Lugia. Wow. And Clefairy First edition Shadowless Hollow. Cool. We're about halfway done on vintage, guys. As I said, we have lots and lots of it. Misdreavus, first ed. Another Porygon. This is Shadowless Magneton. Oh, look at this. Talked about this on Midweek Machamps. This Jolteon I've had forever. Pichu, first edition. Venusaur, base set 2. Hitmonchan, Shadowless. Got some Legendary Collection Onix, Gyarados, Machamp. Oh, here's a bunch more of these Greninjas. Oh, they're somewhere. Another Greninja. Mew EX from Holland Phantoms. Love this card. Shout out Steelix fans. We got a good amount of Steelix cards right now. More Watsy. And then 1, 2, 3, just like a whole bunch of Greninjas. And then one more base set Venusaur in the back. Here's these. And then we got 2 more stacks to go through. Here's a big one. Look at this. Call of Legends Groudon Hollow. Shiny. Very nice. Neophile Charizard. Look at this. Silver Border EXs, guys. Deoxys, so nice. Misty's Gyarados. Rocket's Moltres. 25th anniversary Japanese Charizard here. But again, a bunch of these like Watsy Hollows I have are first edition. So if you're trying to do some of those master sets, come see us at Card Party, Chicago, Collecticon, Houston Collecticon. Here's Celebi Goldstar just chilling. Another Entei. First edition Snorlax from Jungle. Dragonite, look at that. This is like the main chase from Fossil. That's crazy. First edition Blaine's Charizard Hollow. So again, guys, we have 2 tables at Card Party, and there's no way that we have enough space to put out all these goodies. And so if you see something you like, then come to the table and ask us about it, and we'll be able to find it. Here's the last stack of vintage. I know it's sad. You're gonna miss it. Look at this. This is the version 1 corrected Japanese Ancient Mew. Not something you see every day ungraded. Misty's Golduck. Rocket's Mewtwo. Snorlax. Tina. Here's an Aquapolis Caesar. Some more LC, Flareon and Kadabra, both very clean. Some legend cards. Here's a Lugia Break. 1 Unagaba. Japanese Neo Lugia. So, an assortment, guys. We got Wizards of the Coast stuff. We've got some Mid-Era, some Diamond and Pearl. Shining Silver. Oh, look at that. So nice. So we end off the vintage singles with a bang, and now we're going right into the slabs, guys. And again, I think we're gonna break the record for the number of slabs we're bringing to a show. We are absolutely, completely stocked right now. So if you need some slabs, let us know. We got lots. Here we go, and pretty much all of these are PSA 10 unless I say otherwise, but we got Routes, Curlia, and Gardevoir, hoping to sell those all as a set. Really, really great cards. Here is a Versus Series Lance's Gyarados, Sleepy Mew. Here's the Moltres from Chilling Reign, Charizard, Paldean Fates, Miraidon. I actually really like the Miraidon and Koraidon here from Scarlet Violet base. Here's the shiny Charizard in a 10, but Japanese. And we've got Taipei promo there. Venusaur. We got 2 Venusaurs from 151. Here's Altaria from Fate's Collide. Mega Altaria. Great card. Bulbasaur. 2 copies of Bulbasaur. Flareon. And here's a Celebrations Charizard. So that's the kind of stuff we're going to be bringing, guys. And as we review here, just remember, we've got so many more slabs than we're going to be able to put into our cases at any given time. Here's Dialga, Ultra Prism, Tag Team Giratina and Chomp, Miriam, Dark Gold Back Nose. This is a 9. If anybody needs a 9, if anyone's doing some collecting of the vintage in a 9. Here's Tyranitar V, such a great card from Battle Styles. We got Drowsy, Reverse Larvitar, Chi-Yu, Japanese Bubble Mew, that's a great one. Here is the Detective Pikachu promo from Japanese. That's an exclusive in Japanese. Arceus V-Star. Wow. This is all crazy stuff. We got Misty Lorelei. Just 1 Alakazam from 151. Here's Galarian Rapidash. Sylveon V. Dialga V-Star. Rainbow Birds. Another copy of Rainbow Birds. Oh my goodness, look at this. Machamp from Legend Maker, Pop 42. That is so gas. Such a cool card. And right into some more. Here's Japanese 151 Zard. Empoleon from Battle Styles. Umbreon. Here's one that's gone up crazy lately. This is the Vivid Voltage Amazing Rare Rayquaza. Man, I remember selling these for like 40 bucks last year. Tons of them. Mega Tyranitar. Love this card. I think I prefer this full art Eevee Snorlax tag team to the promo one from the 10. I think this one's just cleaner. And then we got Glaceon from Crown Zenith. Japanese Zapdos EX. And then look at this banger right here. We got 2 of these Fusion Strike Mews. So nice. Both of them 12 certs. Really, really great. Come get your Mews, guys. Espeon from Hidden Fates. Ghastly. This is a great card from Temporal Forces. Japanese Mew flying over the city. Here's McDonald's promo Larvitar. Shout out Larvitar. Psyduck. Oh, look at this. Tag Team, Giratina, Garchomp, Rainbow. Rainbow Dragonite. Here's Umbreon promo from the Evolving Skies 3-pack blister. And look at that. I love this card. Deoxys VMAX. Crown Zenith. Nice. Here's some more, guys. We're not done, don't worry. Umbreon V Full Art. Leafeon V Evolving Skies. We got 2 copies of Fusion Strike Gengar VMAX in a 10. Mega Charizard. Galarian Slowking. Look at this. We got the Rayquaza from Silver Tempest. Rainbow Zard, Champion's Path. Goodness me, it doesn't stop. We've got Rayquaza VMAX Rainbow. Oh, we do have an Entei V PSA 10. We were on stream the other day and someone asked us for this and I totally forgot we had it. Whoops. V-Star Leafeon. Here's the Metal Mew promo from the UPC. Giratina V-Star Crown Zenith. And then we've got Sylveon Japanese from Terastal, Umbreon from Brilliant Stars, and Mewtwo here from Pokemon Go. Now we're into Giratina Garchomp. Here's Umbreon Darkrai, Tag Team. Check these out. We got Zekrom and Reshiram, PSA 10, Japanese from Black Bolt White Flare. So cool. Here's a low pop Garchomp for you from Dragon's Exalted. 151 Charmander. Pikachu Zekrom Tag Team promo. This is a card you just don't see every day here. Legendary Shine Collection Dialga from X and Y. Very cool. Reshiram Charizard and a Burger Chew. Shout out Burger Chew. And we're not done yet. We've got Sylveon VMAX, Mewtwo EX. We got 2 copies of 151 Pikachu. We got 2 copies of Pikachu VMAX from Trainer Gallery. Tag Team Birds. Shout out Tag Team Birds. Love those. Oh look, another Tag Team Birds. And then we go into Cerulege this is from Surging Sparks, Illustration Rare. Mew VMAX Rainbow, Lucario V-Star, Leafeon, Glaceon Rainbows, Rayquaza from Celebrations, the Mega. Here's Japanese 151 Venusaur, Vaporeon. Oh, this is a big card right now. Mewtwo V-Star from Crown Zenith, Dragonite, Umbreon, both rainbows. Here we've got Eevee promo, PSA 10 from Pokemon Center. Reshiram, Celebrations. Here's probably my maybe my second favorite tag team, Celebi Venusaur. So beautiful. Then we've got Deoxys V-Star, Cleffa, and a Kingdra promo. And then Zekrom, Iono, Charizard promo, Eevee from Twilight, Mewtwo Mew Tag Team. Look at this, Nidoking from Destined Rivals, Guzma and Hala. So great. Wow, it never ends. We are so stocked, guys. I can't believe this. Pikachu Celebrations. Here's Iono from Paldean Fates. Mewtwo. Or Mewtwo. This is Blastoise. I got Mewtwo next. Sorry. My brain got all fuzzy. Blastoise from 151. And then we got 2 copies of the Mewtwo promo. And then we got 2 copies of Charizard VMAX promo. Here's Umbreon Gold Star from Celebrations. Oh my gosh. I'm astounded by how many slabs we have. Mega Venusaur EX and Mega Blasty as well, PSA 10s. Here's Alakazam, Umbreon, this is the stamp from Prismatic. Golden Pikachu, Morty's Conviction. This is Japanese Celebi. And Magneton here from the Pokemon Center box. Machamp Break card. Charmeleon 151, Pikachu, Crown Zenith. Wow. Guys, let me know in the comments section what you think of this slab inventory right now. Rhydon, Leafeon. Hey, look, a tag card. We got Tag, Moltres, Zapdos, Articuno, Gardevoir, another Umbreon Star. The Greninja promos have been going up really fast lately. And I got another one of those here, so I got 2 copies of that. Here's 2 copies of Charizard V-Star Rainbow from Brilliant Stars. We got a Topps card here, Topps Blastoise PSA 10 from the year 2000. Umbreon V, Mew. Now here's a card you definitely don't see every day. This is Beldum from the Steven Battle deck. That's the only way you could get this card. Very cool. PSA 10. Flareon from Brilliant Stars. And then Venusaur Celebrations and Dragapult from Prismatic Evolutions. All those Prismatic cards are so nice. And I believe this is our last stack. We got Paldean Fates Pikachu at a 10. Shiny. Sylveon. So as you can see, guys, we try to keep, like, if someone trades in a card, if we have a couple copies of it, we might hold off. But in general, like, we like to have at least one of many of these. Here's Zapdos. Any tag collectors out there? I've got another one of these tag cards. Here's the Celebrations Charizard. Luminion from Brilliant Stars. And when I said that this was the last stack, this is just the last stack of, like, the slabs that are not in graded guards, because we also have high-end slabs that we're bringing, and we usually put the ones that are a little more pricey. It's not a perfect science, but usually the ones that are a little bit more pricey we'll put into graded guards, and they'll have the kind of like their own display case. So that Cradily is actually super low pop 31 for Holland Phantoms. And then here is the last handful of these lower end ones. Darkrai, Mew, Giratina, Japanese Shining Legends Mewtwo, Kanazawa Promo Pika, Vileplume, Dream League, and Feebas. Shout out Feebas. Alright friends, let's check out these higher end ones. First off, we've got Karen's Tyranitar, Japanese, from the Verse series, PSA 10, very cool. That's a Japanese exclusive holo art there. Here's Blaziken VMAX from Chilling Reign. Tag Team Marshadow Machamp. Here's probably my favorite alt art, Dragonite V. So cool. We got 151 Pokemon Center promo Snorlax here. So what we're planning to do, guys, at card parties, we're going to arrange, we're probably going to have 6 total display cases because we only have 2 tables. And we'll have 3 of those cases will be all slabs and 3 will be singles. And as you can imagine, there will be much more available behind the table than there will be on the table. So definitely ask us if you see some cards here that you want to make a deal on. Let us know when we're at the show, and if you don't see it on the table, it's probably because it's just behind Look at this, CGC10 Rayquaza EX from Deoxys. That's such a great art. Here's a big one. Tag Team Latios. Jirachi. Here is Gengar Mimikyu. Here's Gold Star Mewtwo. That's nice. PSA 9. We got all 3 of the Gold Star dogs here in a 9. Suicune, Entei, Raikou. We're going to bring this and just see if anybody has some interest in it. Shout out to my friend Drew Marcucci on grading this Garchomp. Here we've got CD Promo Dragonite. Is it Dragonite season, guys? What do you guys think? Tell me in the comments below if you think we're getting some really cool Mega Dragonite cards soon. And what's that going to do for the rest of the Dragonite cards? Is it going to move them up? Someone asked us that question in the stream last night, and I was like, you know what? Seems like that makes sense. Umbreon Delta Species, that's a great card. Here's Machamp from Expedition. Surging Pika. First edition Jolteon. This is a PSA 9 from Jungle. Mega Charizard from Evolutions. It is Charizard season. Look at this one. So we've got a brand new, this is a 12 cert, first edition Giovanni's Nidoking. Wow. So cool. Like I said earlier, we got the Lily here, PSA 10 from Ultra Prism. Check this one out. We got non-holo, but non-holo rare Gengar, PSA 10 from Skyridge. Very cool. Hand these over. Here's another stack. Here's Team Aqua's Kyogre in an 8. Erica's Venusaur. Mega Guardy. Oh, check this out. This is a Japanese promo holo Blastoise. Here's some more Machamp love. We got Machamp Prime from Triumphant. Tag Team Solgaleo Lunala GX. This is one you don't see very often. There's a Pop 142 Full Art Kyurem from Ancient Origins. Very, very cool. Here's Vaporeon VMAX promo. And then we've got both Blastoise and Venusaur Japanese PSA 10s right now. And then this is a crazy grail. This is Pop 20 Tyranitar EX from Dragon Frontiers. There has not been a public sale that I can find in the last 4 years for this card. So that's pretty cool. We got the Moon and the Ray VMAX from Evolving Skies. Check this out. We got Gyarados EX Fire Red Leaf Green. And here's a low pop Dark Tyranitar Reverse Pop 44. So cool from Team Rocket Returns. Here's one straight from my personal collection. We got Japanese Charizard CD promo and a swirl right there behind the tail. PSA 10. Very cool. Now, we did just get this trio in. Articuno, Zapdos, and Moltres, Fire Leaf Green. We'll see. I'm not in a big hurry to sell these, but we're going to bring them, put them in the case if there's room. Such cool cards. Here's the Town on No Map I think it's the Aquapolis equivalent, Houndoom in Japanese. This is a brand new, this is an 11 cert, so very nice. Here is something you don't see every day. This is a Pop 61 Machamp Full Art, the Rainbow Secret Rare from Burning Shadows. Now, for those of you who know, Burning Shadows really poor print quality, so that's no surprise that they're so low pop, but that's something you see every day. Here's Bubble Mew. And Espeon Deoxys Tag Team. Shining Kabutops, first edition. We've got ourselves the Sunbreon from Prismatic Evolutions. I love this tag team. Pikachu Zekrom. Here's Red's Pika. And Leafeon from Prismatic. And our last little section here, Greninja Zoroark Tag Team. We got these two no rarity symbol cards. So that's Growlithe and Onix. These are super low pop, both of them 37 and 70 respectively, PSA 10s. For those of you who are familiar with the no rarity, let people know in the comment section what that's all about. Definitely rare. This is World Championship 2015 promo. Here is Chinese Pikachu 5th anniversary. I love this card. Mew, Charizard, Pikachu, Zoroark. How could you go wrong? Here is Half Art Luigi. Shout out the Mario and Luigi promos. We're bringing these two big boys to the show. Let me know if you're interested. We got Sequential Magikarp and Gyarados Poncho Pikachus here. Graded sequentially. Very nice. Here is Gardevoir from Steam Siege. Zard from Obsidian Flames. And our last four to wrap up our inventory review, guys, is another Eevee, Zard from Paldean Fates, and then this little combo set here of Nidoqueen, Nidoking from Dragon Frontiers, PSA 10, Pop 35 and 36 respectively. Very cool cards. So, that is the entire inventory. We are bringing a couple of vintage packs, but that is all the singles and slabs. As you can tell, we've got quite an inventory. We're really excited about it. We've been kind of storing things up, and I took a couple things out of the personal collection as we go into the holiday season. We've got a lot of cool shows. We want to meet you guys at Card Party, at Collecticon Chicago, Collecticon Houston. It's going to be a really great month. So hopefully you enjoyed that. Send us a message if you want any of these cards, and specifically if you're going to be at these shows, let us know if you... I know sometimes people will like take some screenshots and make a list for us, and that's really helpful. When we get to the table, we can just find things for you really quickly. So looking forward to meeting you at Card Party. Have yourself a great weekend.